In any case, now I guess we can officially say, hey, hello everyone, welcome. Hope you all were enjoying yourselves or having a good time. If not, today that is. If not, we'll see if we can distract you all. I'll give me a moment here. Hey, Helmet, did you ask if you can fish out of the incredibly mana-rich,
Yep, I already asked Dylan before.
Okay, you are aware that,
So you can call me Vic.
Vic? Oh. You say that so casually as if I'm supposed to know about that.
No, I'm just saying it. You can call me Vic.
Sure. You also aware that, like, there's a potential chance that, like, anything you catch from there is probably, like, really poisoned.
Oh,
like,
interdimensional fishing rod. Don't worry once it touches water. I'm just fishing somewhere else.
Oh, okay. Well, that explains a lot more. All right, let me. I'll leave you be. Sorry about that.
Wanna crab in a boot?
Please, no. I know I look like a goat and all, but I'd rather avoid eating random.
Hold on, no. Hold up, stop a second.
What?
Love the new outfit. You look gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. I keep going through like some meetings and stuff like that, and some of it for my stunt work that I kind of need to be like, hey, I need to look business professional, but I also need to be able to move if I need to be showing off someone. Hey, I don't think this stunt work will work like this because, hey, let me show you. That sort of stuff.
Understandable. Well, hey, I'm just saying, outfit looks good on you.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Oh my god, do you and Knight like go shop at the same place for fishing stuff? You both got the same hat.
Oh, I actually fished mine up.
Oh! I wonder if it belonged to Knight.
I can actually hold on, I can actually show you. I use this girl, right?
Okay, I'm a little confused by the fact that you have your hat there and your hat there.
It's a hat.
Yeah, it's the rare fish known as the hats that speaks of those that fear the fishermen.
I never
Has to be earned.
before.
Has to be earned, huh?
Has to be earned. Yep. You can tell which person bought it and which person fished it. It's all about how they do it.
I see.
Melma.
Alright, well, good luck with that.
Thank you.
Let's see if I can just go right back out. Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, just for a moment. I gotta wrap it up probably. Oh yeah, no, this place definitely got updated because there's no clicking the door. No, I don't think so. No, I think that will work. Yeah, definitely, yep. Yeah, I'm done now. Yeah, yep, goodbye.
Good.
Hi, thank you. So how are things here?
Things are going fine here right now.
I see. Well, I should probably head back there. Let me take off this jacket. Although I probably should have been walking with the jacket on just properly.
Nice outfit. It looks nice.
Thank you. Uh-oh. Huh. It seems as though is that I might have someone did a funny and decided to kind of sew on the jacket onto my shirt earlier today when I wasn't looking.
Huh. It should be easy enough to fix up later.
Yeah. It's just gonna look a little bit awkward when I'm kind of like trying to. Oh, hi. Welcome to the Wiccarium.
I'm just saying hi.
Ah. Oops, I forgot to turn off the brightness.
Good, you.
Doing alright.
There we go. Maybe that might make things a little bit better for those watching on stream, but.
It's always the best.
Hi, welcome to the Wiccarium.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. You? Already asked that. I'm fucking tired.
I can tell. Long week.
I wouldn't say long week. I'm just winter.
It's a good location to VRChat.
I understand.
I guess multiple camera angles. It's pretty usual, I guess.
I don't know if there's much to really talk about right now.
Oh, I just came in here to see
Just
if
don't know where to
visit
perch.
some places. Keeps me by don't say
Fair enough.
There we go. I think that might work. Okay.
Well, just hold on, leave me to whatever you were doing.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I'm gonna fix the jacket thing because I thought that was a toggleable
Still around.
thing.
Hope we have a good rest of the time here.
Well, I say that, but I should probably be archiving stuff. Okay. I don't know if I should perch myself outside. Alright, I guess I'm probably going to just relegate myself to Keep an eye on things outside there, then.
Fair enough.
There isn't much happening in here.
Just let me know if I need to be coming in for something.
Gotcha.
Jeez. Man, I keep being thrown off by how form-fitting this outfit is.
Well, thank you. I do try. Not always successful, but that's the point of living.
I don't believe if anyone always is.
Yeah.
So, my friend, how have your adventures across the metaverse?
Well, you're looking fancy today.
Oh, hi. Yeah, I just came from like 2 different meetings earlier today. Hi there. So.
Oh, you were starting to be like, you know what? I'm gonna do a new look, but
I guess, sort of, kind of. One of the places that I work at is also a thing I do stunt work at. So I was like, hey, I want to wear something that like has sort of the business kind of look, but also if I need to be like, hey, I don't think that stunt's gonna work very well, and let me show you, I can just do that easily.
yep, easy to move in, comfortable, but still looks professional.
I haven't figured out the sweating part though.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't sweat anymore. That was my solution to the problem.
I see. Okay, yeah. You find antiperspirant in many other ways.
Hi, laddie.
I also can't wear a lot of fabric.
Was helping train Flurry, so you know. Yep, more of that next week.
That's fair, Speedy.
Yeah. No, she's got a weapon she's trying to learn how to use better, so I'm helping her do it because it's attuned to her and like her emotional state. So she's trying to get better at it a bit, so I'm helping her sort of ease into it.
That's fun. That's an interesting.
I mean, if you're around next week and you want to see her practicing, by all means, come on down to the arena next week. Maybe, actually, that might be. Hey, Flurry! Flurry! I got an idea. Right? Because we just been doing the training with just you and me, right? Because what might happen is, if you go to use it, it might be in a more of a high-stress situation, so you might need some people watching, so that, you know, you can get the feeling of people being around you. Think that's a good idea? Yeah, so we'll try to collect a few people to come. Yeah, we'll try to collect a few people to come and watch you. Good idea, yeah. Good plan. We'll get some of your friends, I'll see who's around here on the day, you know. Make a little thing of it for you.
Interdimensional fishing
Yeah,
rod
we'll
just
get
needs
someone to
water.
watch as well, yeah.
Oh my god.
Appreciate it.
I wanted to get something cool.
You would get interdimensional fishing.
Everyone likes Flurry.
Look, alright.
Hi.
They said I could have just about anything in terms of magical weapons and instruments. I said I want a fishing rod that can fish anywhere. I acquired what I got.
You are not wrong.
It makes me very, very confused. Everybody else asked for crazy weapons and
Are you
armor.
gonna be the next one to ask something now? No, I guess not.
I love you doing your magic fishing next to that rock that is currently self-existent.
Yeah. It's a weird world, ain't it?
Oh my god, why is this song playing? I see now. Oh.
Should we try to get Marge to come as well? Yeah, okay, we'll get Marge to come next time as well.
Oh. Oh, hey, Adrian.
Oh, hi.
Uh,
Patty.
Yes, what's up?
Right, 1 second. I guess away from the entry area.
What's up?
Sorry, 1 second.
No, that's fine.
I don't know how many scales Knight used to, or whoever, I think it was Lila, used to retrieve Everest. Here's some scales from a white dragon that we got. They're not. They're not.
Please don't
for me to have.
Don't worry about it in that aspect in terms of like, you know, helping us with that. You know, that was more of a hoarding kind of thing. So it's just something this Knight's gonna have to just sort of rebuild / try to get used to it.
Is it like how like Thalia will like hoard like shiny things? Is it the similar thing, like hoarding her own scales? Is it like that, or
to some extent, it's sort of kind of she still understood, like, you know, hey, there's a value in this sort of thing and could kind of be used in the future. And the problem is that her own hoarding desires was was one of the locks, so to speak, on holding on to it.
Okay.
I've been trying to ensure that you know, I respect the whole hoarding tendency of someone who has dragon-like qualities, but I still want her to learn to be able to have to give up on some things in a hoard if they need to be.
Right. Okay.
But I appreciate.
Well, I mean,
I appreciate the gesture there, though.
No, it was just I think I was starting to feel like that the people who went on the mission to go help Everest was they felt like a service tendered, I guess, in a way.
Service. Why do you
Is
say
there
that?
anything better to do than eavesdrop? Never mind. Sorry, I'm irritable.
No, it's fine. It's fine. What makes you feel that way, though, about the...
Right.
Yeah.
I told Kane no. I told Mr. Kane no. I told him that he asked me to be there. I told him no because he had people already going to be there, and I want my party there, because my party, you know, I work best with my party, that kind of thing. And he said he already had a list of people, so I said no.
Okay, gotcha. Huh.
I don't like feeling like I owe people things, and so given the fact that you guys lost a fair monetary value, I can't really help. I can't really give anything to Mr. Kane that he doesn't already have. But
yeah, no, don't.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'd say like don't. You probably shouldn't be worrying about that sort of thing. Regardless, though, giving any more is already. How do I say this? I don't want to say the word a waste, but how do I say this? I have a running theory that they had no benefit to holding on to her. I'm trying to remember what it was that was said that made me believe that. But I can't remember exactly the detail. There was something that Lila told me that made me go like that we literally paid far too much of anything, because like them holding on to Everest was probably just a complete waste of the resources. Alive or dead.
Everest said that. Can we step outside real quick?
Sure, yeah.
Or away from people.
Yeah.
Look, I've tried seeing if there's ways around the system, and there's really...
So Everest said that apparently the children of Siegfried are in contact with her father, and that they were that is why she was being held.
Oh.
Apparently Everest is going to be returning to her father in some capacity, and she was a little hell-bent on wanting to get more information, but I told her that getting involved with the children of Siegfried in any capacity is just a bad idea. And so I said there's different methods that we could go through that could fix things and be more proactive.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to nail that into her head, but I don't know how much she's actually going to listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
I assume enough, but I mean, you know how she is. She jumps at things, especially if she feels like she's going to hurt other people.
Yep. I wasn't expecting that in regards to ties to her dad.
I give anything, she should try to use divination, or amongst any other methods. Try to see if she can find her father first. If she really cares so much about it. That way she doesn't have to worry about the children of Siegfried in any capacity. They're a middleman. Cut out the middleman. It's basic business.
Well, I would like to hear what she has to say, her own thoughts about that. But I'm gonna let her bring it up instead of me hearing it from you.
Okay. Might be a good idea. I don't know. I hope she's just resting and relaxing after everything, and hopefully we'll be not resorting to flirting with people to torture them or whatever.
She may have picked up on the what a lot of people, Lanosakans made. We try to taunt our enemies, I guess, in moments of conflict as a way of coping with the situation. That must be one of the ways she developed it.
Okay. I mean, whatever works for her. I just suggested that if it was any other situation that wasn't a dragon-hating cult, that it would not have worked well for her. It would be a very poor decision.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta tell you, there's a good chance that actually, that sort of tactic actually works far more consistently than you'd imagine.
I don't know anything about any of that. I can't even imagine. I'm terrible with that type of thing, as I'm sure people have surmised. If you ever need those scales, if it comes up and like you need scales for something, and it's like a man, I wish I had those skills that Knight had, but it's a shame that there isn't any. Just I'm holding on to them. I don't have any reason to use them. Yeah, they're not even used for the hourglass stuff anymore, and my entire party is classed up anyways past the point of using dragon scales. So it's I mean, I could sell them for pennies on the pound, but aside from that, it's not going to get much.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I'll try to keep that in mind for the future. I appreciate it though.
Right, the Chocobo service. Have you, after you signed all the paperwork and everything, do you have any other thoughts about it? Anything else I can clear up?
No, not really. All the questions I had that day and all the paperwork you got kind of cleared up everything, to be honest. So I don't really feel like I got anything to be anything else to be asking.
Yeah, I'll share this with you then. For now, this is that's a Mayland crown. It's their new form of currency they're using. Mayland only accepts those now from now on. The decree by the duchy. In short, it doesn't really apply to us too much as business partners, because exchanging is very, I guess the right word is, it's not very financially different than it is for a different coin. But this is the beginning of a cold war between the duchy and the dominion.
Yeah.
It's the fact that they've created a currency that is more that is higher quality than the other pieces of gold, like the normal universal pieces of gold. Is it's they're trying to drive out business pretty much. They're trying it's a
Right. Wait, you said gold?
it's got a
as in,
higher
like-
amount of yes, it's got a higher amount of gold in it than normal gold coins do.
So
It
basically,
varies via piece to piece, but basically they're backing the new crowns. They're backing the crowns off the fact that number one, they have more gold in there, and then number two, remember the wine business I told you about?
yeah.
They're putting the entire weight of this new crown behind the wine too. The fact that you can only use crowns to buy that wine now means that this gold has actual legitimate purpose, besides it just being something else. And considering that's their biggest export.
Okay, that's unfortunate.
What's likely going to happen is that the Dominion is going to create their own type of currency that is slightly better than the crown, and then the crown is then going to increase more, and then vice versa. So over and over and over again until something happens. But this is financial Cold War.
Oh gosh, that's just. Are you? I guess like how you got things set up is. Are you kind of prepared for something like that?
It's not difficult for me to do so. I've already got a traveling visa for mainland,
Okay.
and some other things like that. Specifically the business, the Chocobo keep should be fine, all things considered. I don't believe it's going to matter much. If anything, the Chocobo keep will passively earn more crowns than just exchanging them overall, because you can still use the crowns as a gold piece. Like it doesn't matter. It's not like vastly different than a different gold piece. And I mean, imagine if all of the gold pieces that have been minted over the thousands of years that it's existed, if they just they stopped accepting specific types. So it doesn't really explicitly matter, except if you're in the Grizzlies.
I was mainly worried of just the whole conversion and type of stuff, like if something were to kind of fall apart over there, then something that whatever stock you have, that one currency would just like plummet.
No, if anything, it's possible that there might be a potential bubble that might be popping between the two countries. The fact the more of them, have a dick measuring contest pretty much, with this financial Cold War. It's a financial war, so they're effectively going to be trying to see who can outspend the other first. And there might be a bubble because of that pops. I don't know what that'll mean for the Chocobo keep and whatnot and everything, but people are still going to want to pay to be going places no matter what, and don't have the money to afford a carriage or other things like that. So a traveling convoy is realistically going to be the better option, like taking the bus or the train in Orlando, Osaka.
Alright, well, I still trust your judgment with all of this, so do let me know if I don't know. I'd be fine like if I need to kind of do like an extra little investment here or there if something needs to be there's like sort of a bump in the road. Maybe not investment right this moment, but like after I kind of regenerate some of my own money.
You did mascot work at one point, right? I feel like I vaguely remember something about that.
What's that?
Mascot work.
Mascot work?
Like you endorsed a product and they put you on posters.
Oh, yeah, I did do that before, yes. I didn't put on costumes or, masking what I look like, but yeah, I've done that before.
I do something with Amelia, Folia, and Sky and Stella. People are more willing to talk to a bunch of girls rather than me, who kind of, I'm kind of plain looking, and I kind of have a scowl on my face most of the time. Depending on, it might be a good idea potentially to have you maybe endorse the Chocobo Keep one time or another, potentially. If you're willing to do that, I'm sure the Chocobo Keep would maybe even endorse you for that type of thing.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Or give you or pay you for that type of thing.
I could probably do that. I think I might have something in the in my closet that looks a little more friendly to the area as aesthetics, I guess. So I could probably find something for that in the closet.
People are gonna, for the most case, they're gonna. Never mind. You get what I mean?
Yeah, sure. The scowl is something you can kind of work on. If anything,
we'll see.
It's more helpful for a business.
I don't think I will. I don't know. I don't know.
Look, you'd be surprised how much just like a good smile that you've worked on that doesn't. I guess if you figure out how a non-forced smile looks like and get it down right, you would be impressed with how far that can go for a lot of people.
I believe you. I just don't know if it'll work for me.
Well, I'm not gonna push you for that, but I still strongly believe that it's something like someone like you with your stature, height, and all that sort of stuff. Like, doing something like when you're giving someone a handshake and you've got a smile on your face, I feel like that can do so much more than you'd expect. But something to think about.
I believe you, but there's also like I don't get it. There are merchants who I work with in the Merchants Guild who get incredibly like weirdly giddy. There are a lot. Then again, a lot of them are eccentrics, but they get giddy about how I act, I guess, like about how cut and dry and to the point and borderline ruthless I can be about business. So
you can still be ruthless with a smile.
People are gonna think I'm evil then.
Well, okay. At the very least, then, you could save it for the right people. And some people kind of prefer, more straightforward stuff. Some people prefer a little bit of annoying lip service. I'm just saying that, just having an extra tool in your drawer might help a little bit. Especially for the Chocobo business, since that's going to be involving also some people who are simply everyday workers.
If all things go well, I don't have to talk to any of them. I just invested in the business. I'm not the one running it.
That's fair. That's very fair. It's incredibly fair.
I'll leave the smiling and the stuff to other people who are much better at it, I think. You're probably going to be better at it. I mean, yeah.
Sure.
There are people like me, and then there's people like you and Everest and Amelia, that type of, people.
Yeah, no, I get you. Oh well. once again, thanks for the update and the also the offer as well. I greatly appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course.
Yep.
Also, I want to apologize, I guess, a little bit for the kind of the nasty business in the past when it comes to like the some of the other Daedra that are around, that type of thing, and that type of that experience. I never really got to apologize for my actions when it comes to that.
Technically speaking, you don't need to be apologizing to me. I get that. I 100% understand. Though I do appreciate hearing that you confirm that you are in fact level-headed. Just there's just certain things. There's certain things you're very passionate about. Kind of makes it hard for you to maintain your level-headedness.
I get really angry really quickly, and it's a problem, and I've been trying to work on it as best I can. I know that I do. It's just I can only do so much, one step at a time type thing.
Of course.
I read a book about. I read a book about anger issues recently, and like anger management, and it's like they detail like baby steps into like trying to improve situations and stuff, but I don't know.
Well, I'd say it seems to be working at least. Well, I mean, I don't know how long you've been using the thing, but like, just hearing you talk, that, this, I feel like something like this is, what's what I'm looking for here? A big step. Even if it's not showing much of a dividends, something like this is a big step. At the very least, that's at least from what I have, I've gathered from my time with having my old therapist years ago.
I don't know if therapy would work for me really well. I don't talk to people very much at all. I don't trust people very much at all.
It's technically speaking for someone like yourself, it would, I guess myself as well. Looking for one that can handle you is a time-consuming thing. It took me a long time to find a therapist that actually worked with me, with how I am, I guess, and what I needed. But it was worth it in the end. Everything was so much more easier to manage, I guess you could say. And even to this day, I still remember remember the stuff that the talks that we've had with in the past. It's some of the stuff I do kind of share with one of my own kids as well. At night, yeah. But your line of work, I guess, your lifestyle would definitely make it very difficult. But hey, you never know. Maybe in one of those places you visit, you do business at, there could be someone there that can be helpful.
I know I've taken a lot of your time, but can I talk to you about one more thing?
Yeah, sure. I mean, if you want to make sure that we're away from...
It doesn't really explicitly matter. It's just kind of how I feel about something.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I looked into the Earthblood thing, right? And I was basically told, yes, I can, but I need to attend classes. Amelia and I went up to the college and everything, and I don't interact with people my age really much. people who are, I'm 20, and I don't know. The way that seeing a bunch of students reading and laughing and talking, people my age, doing things like they like punched a hole through me.
Oh.
I would love to be able to live the life that they do, being normal, I guess, in the way that they are.
Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, I didn't even think about... I mean...
I wanna ask like how you did it, but I know also my circumstances definitely not the same as other people's. I don't have time to do it with the constant unknown tick clock that's attached to this type of thing. I entertain the thought after it's over and everything, but until then, it's like I'm trapped. Can't not escape the waves. I've known that for a while, but it's just melancholic. That there's nothing better. I would love to just. They went to the exhibit that they went to. They had artificers who just went in and they created things because they could. Because it was interesting, because they wanted to, because it was whatever, it didn't need to have a function, it didn't need to have, it was art, that's what it was, it was art, and I'll never have that, at least while I have this, even with the brief time of respite, and everything, like, if I don't consistently stay dialed in to the fact of the role that I have to play, and with everything else, I don't know. I think just going up to the college and everything, it was fine, everything, but it was like culture shock, I guess.
Yeah.
So, and I think ever since then, I've just had this knot of rage that's been just tangled up inside of me. I don't know how to fight it. Amelia didn't really understand. She got it. She thought it was interesting and everything, but she's not me. She doesn't get it. She doesn't understand. I do all the stuff. I read books. She'll watch me read books and that type of thing, and she'll read some books and with me, that kind of thing. But she doesn't. She doesn't understand. I get. And I don't know. I asked Everest. She's kind of in the same boat I am, so it's like. I guess deep down I want to ask you how you did it, but I know that the answer that you're going to give me isn't going to be satisfactory, because it's not the same thing. That you can draw similarities, but it's not the same thing.
No, there's definitely similarities, I don't know if you heard me. No, you haven't heard me say this before, but as a magical girl, I have been part of a lot of secret wars. So like a lot of the stuff that I see people getting themselves into, I guess the stuff that you guys were kind of getting into, like it very much just feels like I have to watch behind a glass window. And rather see my history in behind a glass window, I guess. There we go. That's a better way of putting it. There were a lot of things I'd say that was rather time sensitive. I suppose the biggest contributor or biggest contributors for me for me being able to keep and being able to do other things is basically just the fact that I was far more younger, and so I had to kind of do so much stuff in secret. I had to do way more stuff without drawing attention. And also there was my mom, who was making sure that that I still had a life and not have my mistakes, I guess, thrust upon me and make me who I am instead of myself making who I am.
I'm glad you have your mom.
Yeah, sorry,
I'm glad I'm genuinely glad that other people have like that. I can't even remember my mom's voice. So it's like, you know, I don't know. I've been by myself for so long. I consistently will. I like to people watch. I'll sit there and just kind of sit there and imagine how, you know, how their life is and work it like almost like a puzzle in my brain. I need to sit down. Sorry.
No, that's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I already knew it was not going to be like a, you know, one-to-one situation here. Like my upbringing is very far more fortunate and unique. You know, unlike a good portion of the people who live in this world, I still have, you know, my two parents. And they're not at each other's throats or anything like that. They're not evil or anything like that. And the only reason why I'm even at ends with my mom is because she's just really upset with... she doesn't really like the... my family path, I guess. But... how that relates to you, though, in this situation... I
know I kind of just dumped this all on you.
No, that's perfectly...
But
it's fine. You asked me if you could say something else, and I said yes. So... and I'd like to at least offer some suggestions, something. I don't know how much of you'd be keeping in consideration, but...
I mean, I'll listen.
What do you do for... rather, do you have a hobby? I don't know, that's a good question.
I read. I like traveling.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I'm traveling, it makes me feel free, feel better.
Mm-hmm. Do you write anything about your travels?
No, not really.
Mm.
I take pictures occasionally, and then I'll occasionally, if I really like them, I guess I'll post them on Metagram. But I'll just take pictures, and there's nothing really to it. It's nothing like professional or anything. It's just like sometimes I see how like the sunlight like filters through a leaf, and I take pictures of that. Or like I was walking through the forest in Orlando, Osaka the other day, and I liked how the snow looked and the trees, so I took a picture of that. Or like Saturday, Falia was warming up Stella and Amelia after we fought a frost dragon, and I took a picture because I thought they looked happy.
Well, it sort of seems like you kind of are doing something that's maybe just like a percentage similar to these guys in the, you know, in that school you went to? It's like using the moments between all the dread. I guess it's sort of just making certain little things kind of more enjoyable for yourself and some others.
I guess so.
That sort of stuff. The people in school, they don't have to do much introspection in that regards, but for people like us, we do have to spend some more time thinking about those kind of things. And I don't know if it'll help you, but maybe in the future put more thought into, just kind of just think about like what it is that you're doing in between, like, just the whole taking pictures, stuff, looking at things, and just kind of just maybe
I
try
don't really
to
think about it much in this. I don't really think about it much at all. I just do it because I want to, I guess.
Mhm.
That's really it. That's the only reason why I do it.
Well, I mean more in the sense of just the moment, like. I don't mean for you to kind of do think all the time. This is not a normal type of thing. This is sort of a just maybe identifying what is it that makes you smile, what feels like it makes you motivated, and maybe doing some other things that helps latch onto that, or rather do a little better with trying to identify the times that you can actually afford to do that sort of stuff.
Mm. I guess the thing I'm kind of looking forward to the most right now is, I haven't told, I think I've mentioned it to Everest in passing, but I hadn't really told anyone else this yet, but I've been, talking to contractors and other people. I've surmised where Amelia's, village was before it was destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
And I was able to scope out the ruins of it. I wanna rebuild the village.
Oh.
And surprise her with it, I guess. I need a place to put my stuff. And I thought Everest's farm was going to be it for a while, and I thought about it, and that's Everest. It's not mine.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted something for my own. And so I guess similar to how Kelfall was, I'll go over there and I'll become the local lord of the area, I guess, and grow it back up to where it was and past where Amelia had it for. That makes me happy, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I
Thinking
guess
that I can.
it just feels so weird to hear like yet another young person just like taking up the task of like kind of growing a settlement. But then again,
I guess so.
I guess you could say that's kind of how it was in the old frontier days. Oh, older frontier days, but.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
It's less for me and more for Amelia.
Mm-hmm.
She occasionally will get nightmares and wake up crying, that type of thing, because of what she saw, and I want to help fix that, I think. Similar to how I helped like Everest and still do help Everest, but Amelia is difficult. She covers up all of her like. She's intentionally airheady sometimes, and dense.
Okay. To hide the pain.
Probably. She says probably like the best thing that she's ever done was taking up the sword for me because of that she learned how to fight and to work through her problems. But I think she still has some that she can't conquer just yet. I guess that's kind of something that I want to do. Aside for that stuff from me specifically, I can't think of anything.
I know a lot of people say you gotta be doing stuff for yourself. You gotta love yourself, etc., etc. But it's not easy to find out how to do that. And I personally think it's perfectly fine to at least try to do stuff for others while you're trying to find it out. You know, just try to reach out for at least some amount of happiness for yourself to, well, maybe help you, maybe identify for your own self what your own happiness means to you. You know?
Mm-hmm. Can I ask a strange question of you? I guess I asked Everest this, I think, similar, but...
Sure.
She kind of just gave me... She's kind of bad at explaining things.
Mm-hmm.
I think she knows how it feels, but putting it into words is hard, and maybe that's just kind of one of those things. Maybe that's why I can't figure it out either.
Mm-hmm.
And I apologize if it comes off as rude. I don't mean it to be.
No, it's fine.
Kind of like you were, you still are a magical girl, but it was you a lot of it was against your will at one point or another, and you had to do stuff, that type of thing, right? When did you decide it was okay to be normal, to fall in love, and to have kids? When did you decide that it was okay for that to happen? I guess because I don't see an end of the tunnel for me, at least. I mean, love isn't like that. Again, I get that. I've read books. I understand how people explain it, but like, I can't ever imagine a time where I can settle down. To be honest with you, I kind of imagine myself being dead first. Which is kind of the reason, probably part of the reason why I am putting the things together for Amelia's village, because I imagine that probably like 10, 5, how many years it is down the road, I'll probably die. And I want to leave something behind for Amelia, Folia, Sky. Because they don't have a home. Our home is the wagon, and I'm nomadic. I can deal with that. They aren't. Amelia still gets wagon sick.
Wow, okay. I assume that's probably what sparked one of the motivations towards alchemy? Trying to give her something to help with the sickness?
No, I've been learning alchemy ever since I was about 13 years old. 13, 14, I think.
Okay, gotcha.
Soothing Frokri's wounds, that type of thing. I was, House Carl, I guess, is the right word.
I think it's a thing that's, for me, it was simply just a thing that just kind of came naturally, I guess. Like, it sort of like, I didn't realize it until it was sort of happening around me. And it's really difficult to kind of consider myself in a state of like I've settled down, so to speak. I mean, granted, yeah, I got a significant other and
you seem
kids.
settled to me.
Yeah, but the thing is that I definitely am pretty active as far as like, well, I go around the world doing stunt work. I gotta make sure I don't get into accidents for multiple reasons. But at the same time, I'm also doing the occasional job that involves going out into danger. more than just simply stunt work. I mean, like, I'm fighting things out there because, the money is good, and and we spend a lot of money for the entire family. And in fact, I suppose we could be coasting on Lila's princess money, but we'd much prefer to, earn our own keep.
I get that.
Yeah, that's besides the point, though. I think it sort of had something to do with just, like, the worlds did not seem to want to care to give me an opportunity. And how do I say this? A good portion of it, selfishness. A lot of this is selfishness. And it also includes some stuff like, I want to do stuff in this world that I know no one's going to be doing it for me. And for me to be able to move forward, I have to make sure that I'm not going to die. I don't know if Ever's told you this, but I'm one of the unfortunate medical girls that has a quirk with the contract, where if I were to, let's say, die, or if I were to be pushed so far emotionally, it would trigger a death-like action within my body. My body itself will basically be like, I need to protect the soul that's in here, and will turn into a monster.
So like the Curse series, I guess, in a way.
Yeah, I suppose so, except you can't really calm someone down from it. And the thing is, at that point, my soul and my body would be separated. We would be effectively dead. And, I mean, I suppose my soul could be put in something else, but the problem is, like, I would be classified as already left the world. Except I'd be trapped in the body. So, I didn't want to hurt anyone during the transformation, and B, the world was giving me so much stuff. Like, these features you see on me, the horns, the ears, the teeth, the constantly sharpening, growing nails, the tail. This isn't natural to me. I was born a human.
Right, you're human.
Yeah, I was born a human. As far as genetics are concerned, when they look up my genes and DNA and stuff like that, like, yeah, they see the stuff that says that, yeah, you have horns and these genes here, but like everything else kind of says you're human. That all happened because of all the stressors that the world was putting onto me. And I felt like with each feature that appeared, I was getting closer and closer to the end. And I needed to do something to stop that, because I still had things to do that I fully believed no one else would do. And so little by little, I tried my best to figure out what it is that I can do. What can I remove from my life? What can I be better with my life? Unfortunately, it did kind of... It is a little bit isolating. And I still have to step out there to go and save the world in certain aspects, you might say. I'm currently investigating like something that's basically destroyed a city somewhere else. But I'm also picking and choosing. I'm putting a lot of faith in others being able to handle certain things, which is very difficult, to say the least. But I keep thinking about the fact that I want to make sure that things are going to happen the way they're going to happen for those closest around me. So, like in your case, you know, you want a home for Falia, you want a home for Milia and stuff. You have to make sure that you're going to be around long enough to ensure all of that stuff is built up, you know?
Right.
And that stuff takes time. You can definitely set the building blocks, but it's a thing that takes a lot of time.
I mean, I don't intend on going anytime soon. I'd rather not, all things considered, but I just don't see a life that I can carve out for myself. I don't see a opportunity that'll ever arise where I'll be able to have a normal life where I can be a student at college. Like, I can not worry about the calamity.
Do you... You could have maybe a little bit of an expansion in your wagon. You know, stuff like... And, hi!
Interrupting something? Just came over to say hi.
No, you're fine. No, you're fine, Skelly.
Hope you're doing well today.
Alright. How are you two doing?
Waxing
Talking
philosophical.
about life, yeah.
Understandable.
You know, the weird subject that's, unless you kind of heard some of us girls back then in the neighbor watch talking about on the, you know, off the side of the, or off the rooftop in the penthouse.
Yeah.
I don't know if Skelly's told you, but I've known them for a lot of years. They've...
You didn't know that?
Oh, I guess I forgot to tell you.
They've known a lot of
That's not a big
I don't
deal.
really have a chance to talk much, considering.
They've bore witness to a lot of my unfortunate ugliness, I guess. Not directed at them per se. It's just more of a them having to witness it directed at other things, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you met me when I was when I kind of went back to being all grumpy. A lot of people that you see around here, they met me when I was, I guess you might say, a little humbled by my city being destroyed. So, I guess you might say that experience kind of helped teach me to kind of reach for a different view of life. And
I guess that's fair.
You might say, in a way, I was sort of forced to be like one of the students that you spoke of for just a short time. And I enjoyed it too much. And I try to find a way to find something that works for me, you know? It's definitely not one-to-one.
Minasari being destroyed, the only thing it taught me was just how to be more angry.
Well, I was angry beforehand, so before my incidents. Sorry, Skelly. I don't mean to come talking about it like so. Yeah, Skelly also was there too. I don't mean to be talking about it like that. It's just.
It's fine. I don't try to let it get to me.
Yeah. I've been getting better with that, by the way, though. I don't feel uncomfortable, like, being at nighttime in the city anymore. Like, by myself. Like, I feel fine sitting at the penthouse at nighttime. So,
I think moving kind of helped with my case.
doing something that helps shake things up for you can definitely help a lot with that sort of feeling that you're feeling, I guess. I apologize if I'm still kind of talking about this with someone else stepping in here.
No, it's fine. I would have walked away if it was someone I wasn't comfortable with.
And I also
I'm fine with Skelly.
I trust Skelly.
Yeah, that's kind of the reason why.
Yeah, I do too.
The only reason I walked over is because I know you two. Figured if I was interrupting something,
Yeah,
or you wouldn't be.
I would have been trying to find a way to keep you around. How do I?
I know there's not exactly a guidebook to it or anything like that, and that's kind of what I'm asking for.
Thoughts, ideas?
I know it's kind of a hard thing to kind of like ask. I don't know. It doesn't really change anything for me, I guess.
I think it can change a lot for you. Maybe just gives you like that extra little bit of, as cheesy may say, may be, it might help you give an edge in combat, in situations that you actually need it. Like,
What specifically?
So, let's see if I can give the best example. Okay, so here's an example here. In the past, there were some individuals that I had to be worried about. I fully believe I can handle a lot of problems, a lot of tough enemies. But there's certain types of enemies that I would struggle or would prefer to kind of avoid or leave to someone else. I don't actually like to fight. I like to see the show that happens in a fight, but I don't like to actually truly fight. So I would kind of struggle against someone who normally I would struggle against someone who loves the thrill of a fight or stuff like that. But, I kind of circumvent that with sort of just, thinking, etc., etc. But if the fight is over something highly desired, let's say, for example, something that can guarantee some kind of desire, a wish, at that point, it's almost impossible for me to fight against someone like that, because the person who is fighting for that kind of thing, their desire is greater than mine. And well, I wouldn't say desire, but the will that they have is probably going to be a little bit stronger than my own in that instance. And I gotta figure out ways to get around that somehow. Get an edge. There's a lot of things that I can do stuff like like alternative training, figure out other tools, but sometimes a lot of those things I prepare for, they're not going to help me in the fight. They're not going to help me survive. And having things like a more cleared mind, or not always have to be so angry, letting my own anger kind of blind me, or having that extra bit of motivation to be like, I need to get home and cook some dinner for my family. Or, hey, go, I promised someone that I need to go to, that I'm going to take them to the movies or go shopping with them. There's those little tiny things that helps give the edge.
I kind of already think about that a little bit, but it's, I don't see how that really helps too much, I guess. I don't know, maybe I'm a little bit more of a nihilist.
Then there's that. Maybe... I mean, I'm not going to say that you shouldn't be nihilistic or anything like that. I mean, I'm paranoid as heck. But I still do make an effort to kind of try to curb it. Not for others, not just for others' sake, but for my own sake. Because, to be honest, isn't it kind of nicer to simply just to think about the more positive aspect of something? I mean, not like it's gonna stop us or anything like that, but like it's nicer to just, when you see a cute little creature with some sharp teeth walking your way, isn't it nicer to think that, hey, it's there because it's curious and it's just not there to rip you apart? I'm using.
I don't know if that's realistic.
I know it's not a good example there, but
I get what you mean, though. Like the thought process. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I guess if I think the way that nihilistically, I guess I'll be more prepared for threats. Expect the best, prepare for the worst, I guess. But most of the time, I kind of just end up getting the worst anyways.
Yeah, I would say that is.
Sorry, I don't mean to be
No,
depressing.
sorry. No, it's okay. Like, I'm reacting like that because that's basically what my life was. Up until, I guess, more recent years, I guess. Up until a couple of years ago, basically every year, I'd have an amount of people that I cared for die. Not so much as they died, like oh, something happened and they're like I didn't see in the background, whatever. Like, no, I was there to witness it. Like it happened so much that I just instead of being I didn't want to become desensitized because that would make me stop caring about the world less. Instead, I guess
I'm kind of already at that point then, I guess. Pretty desensitized to this kind of thing.
In that aspect, I have no tips, I guess. Like the biggest problem with desensitization is that it can help dull your senses in some capacity. It might make it so that you don't catch on to certain details fast enough.
I guess that's fair. I know that opens up the whole box of well, I don't want to be desensitized. I would rather be desensitized than not because then I wouldn't, hurt as much, I guess. But
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, and
but it's also like a I'm already hurting, so what's the point type thing, I guess, or hurting. I don't know.
I wind up using the pain as motivation. Just basically, I'm going to make sure I'm going to learn this. I'm going to make sure that my soul understands this for next time. Granted, it would be nice if, I wasn't sulking for such a long time, but I didn't want to become like the adventurers who have carved up faces that is mostly from their frowns and not from the scars they have.
I guess that's kind of more or less me in a nutshell, considering I don't get stabbed very frequently. In this, I probably have frown lines. Creases in my face will never go away.
And I think maybe going back to what I said earlier, the biggest thing in all of this was simply that my own mental health was literally my limiter. I had to make sure that I was not going to turn into a monster. So to be honest, I kind of hoped that I would be an example to other people that, hey, your own mental health is important. You know, don't push yourself in certain aspects. You know, you can't always be the most mentally healthiest person around, and things happen here and there, but you need to still carve out enough of something to not make it so that you keep falling into the same rut. So, like, you know, hey, you enjoying your reading, you enjoyed kind of doing what you're doing, but like, you shouldn't just settle for just that stuff. Like I was saying, like, maybe you could have sort of a wagon expansion. Maybe have something that can help stabilize things, and maybe allows you to maybe tinker on some things while, like, maybe Amelia's keeping an eye out with Amelia, or with Falia pulling the wagon, you know, just something that lets you do some additional stuff that's, well, a little bit beyond just work.
I mean, I make jewelry, that type of thing. I find it relaxing, but it's mostly just to make money.
Well,
like I made
jewelry that isn't just about making money, like beads.
I made Amelia her wristband because, well, it gave her better stats, but also because I thought she would have liked it. And then same thing for Falia with her hairpin.
Hey, I think you're technically kind of already on this sort of path, dude.
Huh?
I think you've already been finding your own ways. Like, I mean, beyond just simply just the book stuff, it sounds like you kind of already been, like, carving your own way to be... I don't want to say the word settled in. But I think you might be finding your own way. Much like how I found in my own way. From your point of view, I'm settled in, but, like, I'm still fighting. You know, I'm still being incredibly active. I gotta make sure I don't get hurt and stuff like that. But I'm still...
I guess there might be a little bit extra to it. Can I kind of promised something to Trokri, the last time I saw him, I guess. He told me to have a normal life and to have plenty of kids for his sake, and to always remind him about his uncle, that type of thing. And I don't want to. I'm not gonna think about the logics of that or anything, but I'm more talking about like the. I feel like in a way, I will never have like a life that'll be like that, I guess. That I'll never be like settled fully. I don't know if I'm making sense right now. I don't know if you were around. I don't even remember because it was kind of an entire haze for me. But like a month ago, I went on like a big tirade with Everest and Stella and a few others about them trying to teach me how to flirt in a way, or like to explain how that stuff worked.
Yeah.
Because I was kind of on this. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I think
No,
it's just embarrassing.
If you're not comfortable, you don't have to.
It's not that I'm not comfortable, it's just embarrassing.
They were trying.
Understandable.
They were definitely trying
Everest
to.
is really bad at this type of thing.
Yeah.
Everest is very much.
I don't even understand how she's married. No offense to Snowbell. I guess things must have just lined up perfectly, like how things worked out for you, I guess.
It's, how do I say this? Everest is I'd say that she's more of the loud type of person, even if she doesn't actually yell or anything like that. She's definitely.
She has a loud personality. I get what you mean.
Open.
Yeah, no, she's, I guess extrovert, you might say. But she has her introverted tendencies. It's just, she is definitely someone who grabs life much more harder than a lot of others. Well, Snowbell is much similar in that aspect, just simply just a little bit more subdued, a little more subtle in that regards. Regardless, though, you're an introvert.
Unfortunately.
Nothing wrong with being one.
Yeah, I was about to say, there's nothing wrong with being an introvert. It's just that...
It's not a problem you need to face, it's who you are. Nothing wrong with being you.
Mm-hmm. Though an introverted adventurer is a little bit on the... that's actually more of a statistical, discomforting situation. Because, hey, introverts typically are known for, wanting to stay inside, stay indoors and whatnot. And what is the adventurer doing? Going outside.
Well, do you have a desire to stay inside most of the time, or do you like moving around outside?
I'd rather move around. I'm a nomad by nature.
Nomad.
But I'd rather be alone, I guess. I don't know, I'm happy with being alone with my party.
That's pretty normal for people. Some people just like their people, family, friends, circles, and just
it's
leaving it at that.
It's like I would rather be alone, but them being there is not a burden on me. There's time, like right now, I'm probably gonna be like, my social battery is probably gonna be drained for 7 days after this, but.
Ooh, that bad.
I don't like talking about my feelings.
And that is very fair. That is very fair, and don't ever let anyone say otherwise.
I mean, I'll just walk away from the conversation. Business talking is fine, I guess, because I don't really see it as the same thing. And like I said, the eccentric people I talk to, they like the weird behavior that I have, I guess, that that it's weird. So I guess to wrap it up in a bow, I just need to see and wait until I have that promised life, and then if it's there, then I can seize it.
Promised life.
Promise sounds entitled. But you know what I mean.
No, I get you. I guess I have someone to walk over to in just a moment. But the I didn't get to where I was immediately. I've been in this sort of life, so to speak, for, oh my god, it's gonna be 10 years this year. Sweet Christmas. Yeah, it took me a while
It'll
to
be
get to
10 years for me next month. Or not next month, next year, next October.
Would you say this life that you had since before you left the lands below, was it like this?
To a degree, I guess you could say. I will say that the past year and a half has been definitely worse, given everything, but I don't know. Like I said, I think this all started when I got this.
God damn it.
I can't fucking tell from a distance.
Oh, gotcha. One moment.
It's hard.
One moment.
Okay.
I need to figure out how to do that. Yeah, you know what? I just realized it feels a little too bright out or something like that, and just kind of, I don't know if it was just my imagination or maybe I was just inside a dark place for too long, but oop. Gosh, where was I at? Yeah, this is something that you know what? I'm gonna say this. I have faith that you'll figure something out. You'll find the path. You'll find what it is that you need to go on the path for. Like maybe not. You will not be immediately settled, and you know, someone who has a nomadic life, I would imagine that like a settled life still involves being somewhat nomadic. So
I don't mind traveling. I mean, probably won't stop doing it.
yeah.
I guess, I don't know. I've been having dreams about
Dreams.
the academy. Ever since then, it's like I'm an alternate version of myself in like a way where it's like I'm at a cafe reading a book, and across from me is sitting some pretty blonde girl that I have no idea who she is, and she's talking to me, and I believe I'm flirting back with her, but it's like feelings. I don't know.
Oh, I'm getting anxiety just hearing it like that. Oh.
I don't know. I guess there's just a part of me deep down that would rather if I was like an extroverted normal person.
Yeah, I get that part right there.
Mm-hmm.
I fully believe there's a way to just dabble in a little bit more stuff. You know, this curiosity you sparked up for yourself, or I might have mistakenly caused you to. I see now. There's a little bit my fault there. Well, regardless though, I feel like there's some way to figure something out for yourself. You know, maybe not hanging out in a cafe, you know, doing napkin schematics or anything like that, but something that works for your life, how your life is right now. Or alternatively, something for you to build upon, rather build towards. Don't think that just because you've got to be doing something that is, you know, you're literally forced to be doing, you shouldn't let that rule you over in that aspect. You know, if you've got to be a puppet, then at least you determine how you want to feel. Does that make sense?
It does. Maybe I'll understand. Well, I understand it, but maybe I'll get it more later in life.
Yeah.
So I'll put it in the drawer for now, and here in a few years, maybe I can tell you that you were right, or maybe I'll be dead. Who knows? But
there's a few times where I'm like, hey, I don't want to be proven right. This is one of those cases where, yes, I would like to be proven right.
Hopefully. You know, if you were a dragon and you looked a little bit more like Everest, I would say you and Everest are far too similar. I think you're too nice too, just like she is. Or at least maybe you're too nice to me.
I'm nice to people
Maybe
who
I
are...
wish people to be nice
maybe,
too.
maybe it's Everest. You and Everest and other people are too nice to me. Far more than I believe I should probably be nice and being nice too.
I'm nice to people who don't immediately go up pissing me off in a deeper way. I know that sounds really weird considering how bitchy I come off, but I'm not like this for no reason.
I'm also a bitch too, so I understand.
But you haven't figured out how to, you know, make yourself stop frowning all the time. Have you? How often do you see him smile?
I feel bad for saying not often. I was hoping maybe I could help change that, but I'm not exactly sure how.
No. Amelia tried to get me to smile at will at one point, and she just got scared of me for like half an hour.
Scared?
Like I said. Don't make me do it.
People who force smiles don't exactly... if they don't know how to identify their own smile, they can't really force a smile. I'm saying this with personal experience.
Shouldn't be forced.
Yeah. Granted,
It should
technically
be something
speaking,
that comes off naturally.
it's not good to be faking a smile. It's much better to have a genuine smile, but like there's some cases where you want the other person to smile. And you know you're just having a little bit of a moment, and you know you'll be fine. Giving kind of a bit of a smile can at least help make the other person feel a little bit better. At least if you know you're going to be better. If you're like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing here, I'm feeling terrible, don't fake a smile. Don't fake it. Don't hide it. Or try not to hide it.
I'll keep this in my back pocket for now. Maybe I'll write it down at one point. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Well, I also appreciate that you at least sound like you're willing to listen to me. I have many lessons to give to people. Not even my own kids listen to it.
That's how kids are. Hindsight's 20/20. I mean, did you ever think that you would listen to stuff that your parents said until way after?
So the truth in all of this, I'm always constantly feeling bad when I am bad mouthing my parents. I knew that I was the problem the entire time. So.
Right. Well, anyways, thanks for the words. I appreciate it.
Yeah. No, of course.
Yeah.
You're more than welcome to come join us. Come join me talking over there, both of you. But you know, if you got somewhere to go, you gotta go.
I think my social battery might be done for now.
That makes
also, never mind.
Yeah, no, you got. You're fine in thinking. You're fine in thinking. You're fine to recharge. I don't blame you. But yeah. Catch you later.
I was still treated better than Vera by anyone.
See ya.
That's because Zafira is shit.
Ew.
The dumpster fire.
Hi. Okay, you're making me a little blushy out in public.
When has that ever stopped me?
Oh wait, I don't have my hair.
I was just stopping by for a month to come and see you.
Oh, right. Yeah, I haven't done any bit of work at all here. I mean, I guess I'm just in security mode, keeping an eye on things, but it is good to see you after all the meetings and all the talks I've had today. I want to be like, I want to reserve you for the day, but like, A, kids, B, we kind of already like
I mean, that's not wrong. It is indeed not
Monday.
Ladies and gentlemen, Wiccarium will begin in 29 minutes. Please make sure you have finalized any last purchases.
Oh, you seem to be a little
I'm
bit
gonna head
more.
back home, okay?
Okay, you seem a little bit more grabby here. Is it because of
No, I just missed you.
I can hear you from here.
Yeah, and after the long day I had, yes, I've definitely missed you as well.
Emotions, so he instead clouds himself with work and overabundance.
I think he just has the cope of trauma.
I'll see you at home, okay?
I got a donkey go fish.
Love you.
Me too, darling.
I'll see you two later.
I was really tempted to just say no, just keep doing what you're doing, but no. I'm technically on the clock right now.
I'm gonna go check out that big
Oh, Sean Murphy again. Non-stop.
Crap. Good too far.
Yeah, hi. Yeah, like I said, I don't know if you saw my message, but yeah, sorry, it was,
You are getting fed today, aren't you?
you know.
Message.
Anyway,
Oh, you didn't see my, yeah, I was just saying, just sorry.
Oh no, how much you not seeing it?
Yeah, it's,
Yeah, no, I figured.
let's just say it's to the level of those times where you kind of pulled me aside,
This is true. This is true. Still, though.
stuff like
Getting
that.
fed today.
So, hi. Boy, do I just want to clock out and go home right now.
Understandable.
You missed the story about just my wild 24 hours.
That was the yellow song.
Your what?
Oh, that's what they were in the song about.
Just the last wild 24 hours.
Oh.
I guess it'd be 48 now. But
you got fish sticks and now you got the case.
I hope it was something bad.
well, it starts as all good stories do. I was at the meat rack and saw a dude pull out a gun, just like impulsively pull out a gun and shoot at his sign because, quote, he is offended by magic. And then he did this right in front of one of the staff members, who just instinctively shot him in the kneecap.
What?
No, we're using interdimensional rods.
They're not actually fishing in the fountain. Our
Honest,
lungs don't have
yeah. And for what it's worth, they did patch him up afterwards.
Oh, that's
and throw
good,
him out
but
the teleporter.
jeez.
We have both fished one.
Yeah.
Yeah, pipe bombs.
I also bought his gun, so, you know.
You reminded me of
managed to flip
someone.
that.
You reminded me of someone at that point. You reminded me of someone that I know likes to frequent, at least Zafira, that has a very specific kind of gruff attitude.
Look, they were like, okay, look, I'm gonna sell this gun for 500 credits. I'm like, okay, listen, that gun MSRP is 540 credits. I'll buy that. That's a deal.
I did.
And I turned around and I sold it for 800.
Clam? Yeah, thought so. Clam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm guessing this place.
But anyways, then I also went to Killfall the first time, thinking I'd get money there.
So we're two next.
I see that you turned back around. I'm no longer woman.
Turns out,
Turns out it wasn't really as much opportunity or as many opportunities as I thought there'd be.
Oh.
I won't complain. Big crab, good crab.
Then also just casually overheard a very weird conversation, or I guess concerning.
Really? That sassy bitch again.
Oh, sorry. Say that last part again. I got my brain got like distracted for a second there. Say it again.
He's a liar.
Just also casually overheard just a really, I guess, disturbing conversation out of context.
Yeah, that's gonna be sort of a normal thing you're gonna be doing at the meat rack.
No, this is at Kale Fall.
Oh. What the heck are you doing at Kale Fall?
Yeah. I went there thinking there could be work, or because they got like all the magical stuff out there. If there's something I could.
Dude, I don't think you're gonna find much work that they'll let you do. Like, I think
yeah.
I think the Adventurers Guild that they have there is very much a I think more of a locals only kind of thing.
Yeah, they told me it was invite only.
Yeah.
And also there's a backlog of people.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So
I mean, maybe I can go out in the forest my own and find something, because there's a bunch of stuff growing there. Turns out it's pretty much useless.
In the forest,
or valueless.
On Osaka, or do you mean like Grizzly Mountains?
Like Grizzly Mountains, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dude,
yeah.
That's the type of place that or the wilderness out there. At least, okay. The creatures and whatnot, fine, you'd be able to handle it. But there would be some others if you go deeper. At least from what I have heard, these are rumors. From what I heard, there may be some that might they look at you and they're like, that looked like good armor. So
yeah, I was also told there's a cult that declared war on mercenaries, or a mercenary company. So
what?
Yeah, something about like some Dark Legion. I don't know.
It
was just very casually brought up and dropped. So.
Oh my god. Do we tell them, or do we just wait for some other day?
Nah, I'm kidding. I eat mouthful.
That happened like months ago.
You want to re-say that?
That happened months ago.
You taking off, Skelly?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, just hold on. Just at least, give me a little bit of a fist bump here.
Okay.
Alright. You take care, okay? I hope you don't feel too, weighed down, I guess, by the talk there. I know it was, heavy.
Not weighed down by it, just, I don't know.
That was to me, much, but thank you.
Stop shouting, go up the fucking slope.
I don't know, just, worried about him, I guess.
I don't blame you. Yes, your winter coat is all nice. Oh, hi, Higgs.
Hey, Higgs.
One air dryer.
You're out
it's
of
all
place.
gone.
Where'd all the snow go?
Yeah, I know what you mean. They probably let in the warmer air come in a lot sooner.
How does that work?
Hold on, wait, hold on a second here. I just realized, didn't the hedgehog, or rather groundhog, or didn't the
predicted more winter? Why is there now not?
Yeah.
Fix that. You're the weather weasel.
No, don't mess the weather up here.
Very brightly.
Oh my God. Dylan. Hey, hey, so why? So the groundhog. The groundhog saw their shadow and whatnot. How come it's? Did you guys let the warmer air come in here?
Physical contact. Hug for you too.
Give me a hug.
Did you?
Why was it
I don't think
twisted?
a creature
Hot
Don't
air
be.
rises.
Yeah, but like, I thought the groundhog saw its shadow.
Oh, we're also geography. Even if the shadow is seen, does not inherently mean that the snow will stick around.
but shouldn't you make shouldn't you make sure the snow stays here to
Women last I
Why
saw
do the
him.
mountains around here have snow, but this island does not?
I'm just sad of seeing the snow already going away. Like it's already going away in Orlando Soccer.
It's already late
I know.
February.
I know.
It is late February. Snow is melting. It's getting warmer.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. But it's like it's like seeing like a wet dog out there, like seeing all the dead trees and no snow.
It's getting warmer.
Okay, I'm gonna go get you your funny you card.
Okay, sorry about that. Sorry, I had that moment of respite.
Yeah.
You can throw the bomb back. I don't.
Yeah.
I can't trust suspicious explosive.
What?
Can't trust this rat-based explosive.
No, rat-based explosives.
Marge, anything for me to worry about?
But if someone else made them, I don't.
I'm gonna not worry about it. I'm not gonna worry about it. But
Yeah, you want this?
is that
What? There's starfish in a bag.
He's shiny.
I'm good. I have a natural aversion. I have a natural aversion to stay away from starfishes because people like to make jokes with my name. I'm good. I'm good.
They do? I don't get it.
Oh, my name is Patricia. Don't worry about it. If you don't get it, you don't get it. You don't worry about it if you don't get it.
Oh, Patrick! Like starfish. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, okay.
Oh my god, I can't unsee it now.
That feels like a reach. That really does.
Yeah. That doesn't stop people in middle school though.
I would love a flimpa.
It's the starfish in a bag.
It's a starfish in a bag.
I don't know what they're doing. I told them about the verifiable Warren's fishing spots. So there's that. Hi.
The Warrens have fishing spots?
Yeah. So if you see a sparkly area in front of water and nearby some fishing poles and maybe there's like a bonfire, then that's how you know that it's a fishing spot. I've seen them before.
I'm gonna pull an Athena and go live in the Warrens just to fish.
That's a terrible fucking idea. That's actually the worst idea I've ever heard. No.
I got a grid.
Considering how much problems came from that, please don't do that.
Yeah, like the four people who went down to the Warrens last night came out looking like a bunch of unbuilt Lego sets. So like, you
Unbricked.
you guys were fine.
Fuck
but, like,
you.
guys look like
Skelly, how would you feel if I approach you unbricked?
What? I wasn't. You walked into me.
You'll never catch me.
unbricked.
Yes.
Just unbricked mean.
Okay, look, technically speaking, who the hell knows what that means? But if you kind of like, try to reach a little bit, I guess it's me without muscles.
Wait. I caught you.
Sorry, I'm just saying jokes about like I swear to God. Hey, look, you too can get these muscles, okay? Well, actually, no, wait.
Are you bone or muscle?
Yeah, never mind.
There's a hollow in that skin.
I'm not hollow. It's, you know how vampires are? I'm basically like that.
Look.
I'm basically like a vampire.
How would you feel if someone you knew approached you looking unbricked?
I'm not dumb.
Exactly.
So someone had the idea.
Wow, I'm allowed to actually talk like this. I'm actually allowed to talk like this.
You're gonna-
Higgs, I'm allowed to talk
You're gonna start
weird.
turning into Higgs. You're gonna start turning into a Krypton.
I feel like you would have loved that idea.
Yeah, I want to start running down. I gotta keep the whole bit going, making everyone think I'm a crazy old man, so that no one asks me for things anymore.
Wait,
Taking
so,
bishops wrong.
wait, no. So that means, so if I wanna match you a little bit more, sort of the vibe, maybe I should also do stuff like, maybe like, Yes, put it away.
Aetherweed is real. It's called Breath of the Veil. It's fantastic.
You know, I wanted to. I wanted to be goofy. I wanted to be goofy. You know what? No, I don't care. I'm gonna do something goofy. I'm gonna jump around like how you would jump around. Just.
Have you seen my dad?
Wait, what?
Oh, they kind of split.
I think they're more crazy than goofy.
Oh yeah.
I can't find them. I've looked everywhere.
Let me see if I can get in the comms then.
What?
He adopted someone.
That every single time I actually fish something, it's always
recently.
dimensional energy that actually.
Not recently, no.
What the fuck?
Have you seen Indigo?
Nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Higgs. I live like right down the street from you, and I've never seen you in my life. Wow.
No, he's my
Okay.
wife. He's my wife.
Wait, comms aren't working for me. Oh my god, this entire time the comms hasn't been working for me. Wow.
You are going insane. I'm so sorry.
Okay, well,
Do you want to hear about my new bar name?
apologies. I don't see Indigo in the comms. I did smell him being around
like I might
earlier.
have-
Genuinely, you
But-
I feel like we swapped
for
spots.
2 weeks so we can just go fish. And then
Let me check inside. Have you looked around first, or you just got it here?
I've looked everywhere.
All right, let me look around real quick for you then.
I'm gonna be honest. I think it's like a verbal tick that they have. I think it's a verbal tick.
Got it.
Have you seen Indigo?
Yeah, but you mostly wear armor.
Last I saw, he was outside.
Okay,
Is
thank
that
you.
weird for your people?
I'll be right back.
It's actually kind of cute.
I just realized I haven't gone into a Krampus mode for a long time. Wow, how does Krampus mode look like with this? No, it's not gonna look right. No, wait, no. It should. It should. Shouldn't it? No, it's not. Oh no, how's this gonna look? Let's see. Movement. Lamau. Oh, that's funny. Oh, take care, Speedy. Oh, wait, that was a long time ago. Whoops. Pepe hands. Oh, no! Mistakes have been made! No! No, not out here either. Where the heck is he? What was that? Was that here? No, that wasn't.
Yeah, I'm sorry. When you're doing the spaz out run around, you gotta get good at it first, otherwise you'll throw yourself off the nearest sky island.
How did you see that?
I just assumed.
When
you didn't come back immediately, the end of the joke usually is like you by the time that you usually like come back by the end of it, it's like the end of the joke, right? You have to be like all right. So there's there's no such thing as crazy crazy people who are not dexterous, because they're like, no, that's not the right word. Yeah, I'm trying to get to a point here and it's not working. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is like you got to be used to like the tomfoolery. Where am I?
I get what you. Well, I sort of get what you're getting at. Hey, I've been jumping across things for you know, for a good portion of my life. I'll have you know, I know how to do this just fine. I'm still clumsy though.
Yeah, we gotta get used to like the crazy part of it. You gotta
get
to the crazy part. If you get the crazy, get it.
Okay.
It's like
I guess
it's like emotion, you know.
I know, but you know, it's very difficult for me to be allowing myself to be fully whatever's going on in your mind, because like, you know, I still gotta be ready to tell someone no.
Go crazy.
That's fair.
Go stupid.
Yeah, I'll pass on that. You
Ultimate technique, brain rot transference.
I gotta recalibrate my hearing aids. Oh. Oh.
There.
Huh?
Still ibuprofen.
Thank you. I should have gone home with Lila. I should have not stayed here. Sorry. Sorry. Just the my hearing aids weren't calibrated to handle that much brain rot in one location. But yeah, no, I don't see him still. I'm kind of wondering if he's actually.
They most likely ended up swapping spots. Either that or he's hiding somewhere.
I think the likely chance is he probably went home. I think that's a possible thing.
Possibly.
I don't know.
But I mean, Dylan didn't say that he went home. He's not in the comms. Maybe. Oh, you know what? He might be in one of the rooms actually.
You picked probably the worst day to come to the Wiccarium, because this is like the first day it's been sunny in like 6 months.
It's so. Yeah, you. I know you don't go outside much yourself, right? Yeah, no. This is kind of like one of the worst times because like how bright and sunny it is.
I don't like it.
God, it's only
I
like.
when I can see the stars.
It's still just like halfway through the day.
Nice.
Oh, sweet Christmas. But yeah, no apologies. I can try to look. Is it important for you to see him, or you just?
No, I just wanted to hang out with him because he's been really down lately.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, you're probably better off waiting for him to. If he is in one of the rooms in there, probably better off waiting for him to get out because he's probably in a meeting type of thing, I guess. So.
Okay. He's having a private talk.
Yep. Okay. Well, I'm done jumping around now. Maybe for now.
Where was I before?
Trying to get money. Oh my god. Oh! Oh god, they can chase after him.
I can't do that.
Don't do that. That's not a cool thing to learn.
Oh yeah, no. So I'm there trying to figure out if there's some way I can make money in Kale Fall. Turns out basically the only way is the Warrens.
It's not even the Warrens isn't Kaleful though. That's so the Warrens is part of something else. Yeah, it's part of Dragonspire, which technically speaking, the keep itself is far from it. Like, you know, it's probably a good walking distance away. Yeah, they're not.
Ludwig didn't mention that.
Well,
Not to mention Dragonspire is like surrounded by mountains.
Not the same color, so.
Yeah.
I guess.
Why was Ludwig over there?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, okay, you know what? I guess that... I guess some people from Kalefall do stop by Dragonspire. So maybe they were getting... you know what? I think I heard there's a... I will launch you if you keep making trouble.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Let me.
Leave them be. Whatever you say, buddy. I don't know the deal with those things. Regardless, though, yeah, I don't really know what's the deal with that. Aside from, like, I did hear something about like maybe the mercenaries' den was going to be kind of having a temporary other location. I thought they were going to have their own outskirts location, but maybe they're also in. Whoa. Was that a misfire or? Hold on, I need to make sure. Was that a cosmic thing there or?
No, yeah, it was misfire.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, just making sure. Sorry, I'm still security here for staff. I don't know how to feel about this. In any case, Jim, yeah, it is its own separate thing. It is, and it has its own heap of troubles and mess. In fact, I don't think anyone in Dragonspire can pay for people going down the Warrens. So anything that people kind of do right now is very much we want to make the Warrens better. Look,
told me it was you get 10,000 credits just for going in.
Bro, that's still underpaying for all the crap that they have to be putting up with down there. That is maybe in the beginning. In the beginning, which ironically enough, we were overpaid. In the beginning, yeah, but like now, like I don't know if you had heard someone say this. But like, yeah, I can't remember. I think it was Higgs. I don't know who said it. But like, a recent trip down to the Warrens, people came out looking. Yeah. I think Higgs saying that. Yeah, basically saying
like
that.
Unbreak the Legos. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I guess you could maybe see it as a way to get connections. You know, get used to hanging out with certain other people. See how they're like. You can think of it as an investment. But like. 10,000 credits. How much is that going to pay off something like, you know, what you have access to in terms of your ammunition and stuff like that? And fixing up, fixing up your body.
I remember at the time when we used to be paid like 15K.
Yeah, like I said, that was in the beginning. As you were saying?
So here's the thing, right? Because I also need possibly be paying off people to do stuff. So 10,000 would go a ways for that.
You would have to ensure that you go in without any concerns, like knowing you're going to go in there with the most perfect record way possible. Like, you know, you're not going to get hurt. You're going to use up the least amount of ammunition. And
yeah.
There's hordes to fight through sometimes.
Yeah, and that definitely choose ammo.
Well, at least JWA.
Kicks us out.
Oh god, I forgot the word off the top of my head. Oh yeah, at least JWA reimburses you for ammunition. So.
Oh yeah, no, they. Oh my god. Yes. Sweet Christmas.
What in the actual fuck is that? Is that a god?
That is radiating with way too much power. Hey, you ate it?
And they just ate it.
Vic!
How you feel about that?
Vic! That thing was radiating with some kind of like energy. And you just ate it.
No,
No, okay, I guess you can't feel
it.
Oh, you ate it.
Yes. You know, if it had magical energy, then hell
I don't.
yeah,
I don't even know what it was. I don't know if. I don't even know if it was actual magical energy. Why does that also? God, you get it up.
Well, so technically, the fishing rod is now absorbed enough interdimensional energy that it has evolved into that of like a saber. Also, all of the creatures are now also constantly imbued. See?
Sweet Christmas! You could probably power a car with that thing.
It's time to go.
Yes,
I have an
please.
interdimensional war crime right now.
Please get going now. We're closing up now, and we would much prefer if we don't worry about war crimes being committed here.
I hate you, Dylan. I hate you. Fuck you. I hate you.
If you do not remove yourselves in a timely manner, we will simply just toss you out, I guess.
I'm going.
So, yeah.
Get out of here. Out of here.
I hope you enjoy your day. It also means you guys need to get going too as well. I apologize for entering the conversation here, but.
Alright, yeah, so we'll finish the conversation later then.
Yeah, good night. Apologies. I've got a significant other that riled me up, and I don't want to be waiting any longer. So maybe we can talk about it. We can pick this up at some other time. But like I said, I get what you mean though. Good luck.
Actually, there was one last thing to it.
What's up? Quickly.
I guess that's a maybe quick thing. Yeah, so I also just overheard someone say in conversation there in the guild hall, yeah, I'm just used to how we do it where I'm from, where we just, if there was a criminal, we'd hang them by the neck until they're dead.
Sweet
like,
Christmas.
That
they
fuck?
are.
Okay, is this 1856?
So, Kale Fall is very much more of a medieval location. Granted, they do it's more of a neo fantasy type of like aesthetics around there, but
bigger emphasis on medieval, or bigger emphasis on medieval.
Yeah. It's it's kind of amazing considering like how advanced technologically and magically advanced we are around here. The planet's still huge. There's plenty of places around here that people need to start up from the ground up. Oh right, yeah. I thought you were someone else. But have a good night. I'm gonna make sure there's no one inside the talking to staff rooms or the sorry. Oh, you did? Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, I can go home to my darling.
She's not much bigger. I just put her in a different outfit.
Where the heck did Indy go?
Here's